Wow, this is hilarious. The January 6th traitor tried to use the sovereign citizen argument to get out of his crimes.
A January 6th rioter who represented himself at trial has been found guilty using a defense that the judge described as gobbledygook. The jury only deliberated a few hours after a trial that also included the suspect questioning an FBI agent over whether he accepted his apology. NBC's Ryan Riley is following this for us. Ryan is the author of the book Sedition Hunters: How January 6th Broke the Justice System. You can't make this stuff.
Man, it didn't really break the justice system, as the justice system has already been broken. The January 6th attack just showed how badly broken it already is.
Up, Ryan. Who is this guy? Walk us through what happened in this case.
Yeah, so he's an individual from Washington State. He was very early on arrested by the FBI, and one of the earliest arrests, I believe, in February of 2021. But finally, this case went to trial, and he chose to represent himself. This was a jury trial, but came in with this sort of sovereign citizen language and was trying to basically say he wanted to accept what the government was saying, but didn't want to plea. He basically wasn't accepting the underlying court system here and how this sort of process works. So he ended up.
That's funny, claiming that he's a sovereign citizen and he doesn't accept the government, yet he wanted to take over the government to make Trump a dictator. That's hilarious.
It did go to a jury trial, and he ended up questioning a couple of the witnesses, including that FBI agent who was on the stand and was asking the FBI agent who was presenting all this testimony about what he had planned coming up to January 6th, and asked him, do you forgive me? Do you forgive me for what I sort of tweeted out, what I had said on Facebook, and the attack that he took place on pushing that police line towards the Capitol on January 6th? The FBI agent responded that that wasn't his place. And, you know, this wasn't much of a mystery how this case was ultimately going to come down, because all the evidence sort of lined up, and he didn't even put on a defense. But I think what surprised him was that he was taken into custody after all of this, after he was found guilty by that jury. But the judge had sort of warned him.
Yeah, because the dude sounds obviously pretty insane, and they should probably get him. He should probably get himself some therapy.
About that at a pretrial conference, saying essentially that, you know, when the jury finds you guilty, you're going to jail. The evidence was really just overwhelming in this case, and ultimately his choice of how to handle this case is probably going to just add on time to his sentence, whereas if he had pled guilty and took a plea deal, he probably would have got a little bit of time shaved off that. So sentencing will be set down the line, but we can expect a significant sentence given the violent activity that he participated in.